Picture this. You're standing on Egypt's Mediterranean coast, where the desert meets crystal clear waters, and there's a resort that somehow manages to feel both luxuriously modern and authentically Egyptian. White Hills Resort in Marsa Matruh isn't your typical beachfront getaway, and honestly, that's exactly what makes it so intriguing. This five-star property sits on a stretch of coastline that most travelers have never even heard of. Yet, it offers something that the overcrowded Red Sea resorts simply cannot match: genuine tranquility without sacrificing luxury. The moment you arrive, you'll understand why this place has been quietly building a reputation among those in the know. Let's talk about where you'll actually be sleeping, because the accommodation situation here is surprisingly thoughtful. The classic rooms might sound basic, but at 35 to 40 square meters, they're anything but cramped. What caught my attention was how they've managed to make even the entry-level rooms feel spacious, with those crucial balconies that let you actually breathe in the Mediterranean air. The superior rooms bump you up to 45 square meters, and here's where things get interesting. The partial sea views aren't just marketing speak. You genuinely get glimpses of that impossibly blue water, especially if you're on the right side of the building. The junior suites are where the resort starts showing off a bit, with separate living areas that make you feel like you're in a proper apartment rather than just a hotel room. But the real winners are the family suites at 70 square meters, complete with kitchenettes that actually work and enough space for everyone to have their own corner when needed. Now, dining at White Hills Resort tells an interesting story about Egyptian hospitality meeting Mediterranean flavors. The main restaurant, Mediterraneo, operates on a buffet system that could easily feel impersonal, but somehow doesn't. The breakfast spread includes everything from traditional Egyptian full medams to perfectly flaky croissants, and the dinner themes rotate through different cuisines with surprising authenticity. What's particularly clever is how they position the Blue Lagoon pool bar. It's perfectly placed to catch both the morning coffee crowd and the afternoon cocktail seekers. The Sandy Shores Beach Bar might seem like an afterthought, but it's actually where some of the most memorable moments happen, especially during those extended sunset sessions when the Mediterranean puts on its daily light show. The staff here seems to understand that sometimes you want elaborate service and sometimes you just want a cold drink without any fuss. The pool and beach situation is where White Hills Resort really starts to make sense as a destination choice. 3 outdoor pools might not sound revolutionary, but the way they're designed creates distinct atmospheres for different moods. The main pool is where the action happens. The children's pool is mercifully separate so adults can actually relax, and the adults-only pool is positioned to catch the best light throughout the day. But let's be honest, the real star is that 500-meter stretch of private beach. This isn't some narrow strip where you're fighting for space. This is legitimate coastline where you can actually walk and explore. The Mediterranean here has this particular clarity that makes snorkeling surprisingly rewarding, and the water sports equipment is well maintained enough that you'll actually want to use it. The beach service strikes that perfect balance between being attentive and leaving you alone when you clearly just want to zone out. Activities at this resort reveal something interesting about the property's philosophy. They seem to believe that the best entertainment is often the kind you create yourself. The fitness center is properly equipped without being intimidating, and those yoga classes happen right on the beach when weather permits, which is most of the time in Marsa Matruh. The water sports offerings include the usual suspects like paddleboarding and windsurfing, but what's noteworthy is the quality of instruction available. The evening entertainment leans toward cultural experiences rather than generic resort shows, with traditional Egyptian dance performances that feel authentic rather than touristy. The weekly schedule changes enough to keep longer stay guests engaged, and there's always the option to simply enjoy the resort's natural setting without any organized activities at all. The spa and wellness facilities at White Hills Resort take a refreshingly straightforward approach to relaxation. Rather than overwhelming you with exotic treatments you've never heard of, they focus on doing the classics exceptionally well. The Egyptian-inspired massage incorporates traditional techniques that actually mean something, not just marketing buzzwords. The sauna and steam room are properly maintained and spacious enough to feel luxurious rather than cramped. What impressed me most was how the treatment rooms are positioned to take advantage of natural light and sea breezes, making the entire experience feel connected to the resort's coastal setting. The hot stone therapy is particularly effective here, perhaps because the stones themselves are sourced locally and seem to hold heat longer than usual. Family-focused amenities reveal careful planning rather than afterthought additions. The Kids Club operates with structured activities that actually engage children rather than just babysitting them, running from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., with enough variety to keep different age groups interested. Arts and craft sessions happen alongside supervised beach play, and the staff genuinely seems to enjoy working with children rather than merely tolerating them. The family suites make practical sense for groups traveling together, with those functional kitchenettes and multiple bathrooms that prevent the usual vacation stress points. Holiday celebrations during Christmas and Ramadan show cultural sensitivity while creating special experiences that both local and international families can enjoy together. Venture beyond the resort boundaries, and you'll discover why Marsa Matruh remains one of Egypt's best-kept secrets. Just 10 kilometers away, the city center offers authentic local markets where you can find handcrafted items that haven't been mass-produced for tourists. The Rommel Museum, 12 kilometers from the resort, provides fascinating World War II history that most visitors never expect to find on a beach vacation. Cleopatra Beach, 15 kilometers away, has achieved legendary status for good reason. The water clarity here rivals anything you'll find in more famous Mediterranean destinations. The resort offers organized excursions, but honestly, a simple taxi ride opens up exploration opportunities that feel genuinely adventurous rather than packaged. Let's address the elephant in the room. No resort is perfect, and White Hills Resort has its quirks. Guest reviews consistently mention slower service during peak times, which seems to be more about Egyptian hospitality culture than actual inefficiency. The Wi-Fi situation is improving, but still occasionally frustrating for those who need constant connectivity. Some guests find the nightlife options limited, but that criticism misses the point entirely. This isn't Sharm El Skeikh, and the tranquil atmosphere is precisely what many travelers are seeking. The value proposition becomes clear when you compare prices with similar properties in more touristy locations. You're getting 5-star amenities at 4-star prices, primarily because Marsa Matruh hasn't been discovered by mass tourism yet. What truly sets White Hills Resort apart is its positioning as a Mediterranean destination that happens to be in Egypt, rather than an Egyptian resort trying to be Mediterranean. The architecture feels naturally integrated with the coastal environment, and the service style combines Egyptian warmth with international professionalism. The private beach access eliminates the crowding issues that plague many resort destinations, and the wellness focus attracts guests who appreciate quality over quantity. The cultural programming provides authentic experiences without feeling forced or artificial. This isn't a place trying to be everything to everyone. It's a resort that has identified its strengths and doubled down on them intelligently. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our Best Hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.